Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap 2. I just wanted to reach out, let you guys know, if you're not aware, the VA Secretary is out. He is leaving and will no longer be with us. Now, here's the interesting thing. Many people are not aware that the VA Secretary is not a veteran. He is only the second non-veteran to hold that position, which is, I don't know. I mean, call me picky, but I think that should be a requirement to hold the position of VA Secretary. It's a very important aspect of the job, I think, is to have that unique understanding. And look, I'm not saying you have to be a combat veteran, but I am saying that you should be active duty veteran, honorably discharged, and have chewed some of the same dirt. Maybe you filed a VA claim once and you understand the process. My question really is, look, did he get fired and he just knows that he's not going to be here any longer after this administration? Or is this just on his own accord because the writing is really on the wall? His track record. And look, when you're the leader of an organization, your track record is everything with regard to the organization. You don't get to say, well, that wasn't me. It all is under you. So there has been calamity after calamity within that organization. And quite frankly, I'm surprised that he lasted as long as he has. That is one of the bureaucratic kind of, I guess, faux pas of it all, is that people will get into these positions and they'll hold them and not get fired, not be held accountable, and any of that stuff. So it's interesting because we can sit here and tout numbers from the VA. Sure, there's a lot of new claims that came in due to the PACT Act. Awesome. I'm not discounting the PACT Act. I think that's great. But did you, the VA, create that? No. Congress created that. It got approved. It's signed into law. So the VA has to implement it. What are you going to do? You're not going to take new claims? Of course there's new claims. It's how you process them. We have a 300,000 nearly backlog of claims, and meanwhile veterans are baffled with this backlog, the budget shortage of $15 billion for the remainder of this fiscal year and next fiscal year. You have $2.9 billion that's the remainder of this fiscal year alone. That is a huge number for the remainder of this fiscal year. The other things that this leadership team at the VA has accomplished for us is, well, they tried to come back and rip money away from the most vulnerable, those on pension. Both veterans and non-veterans as survivor spouses are also able to receive VA pension. So as a surviving spouse, you can receive VA pension. VA pension is a low and no income benefit, a resource, a safety net program for for veterans who served during a wartime and surviving spouses. So it's a vulnerable population, and they're trying to rip money back because of their accounting errors, and that's a horrible thing. You have the $10 million in erroneous bonuses that were paid out to the executives at the VA. Again, horrendous. That money was supposed to be utilized for retaining and attracting different subsets of skill level within the VA to serve who? To serve us as the veteran population. But instead they paid it out to the executives. You have the COVID forbearance, right? This is another facetiously, right, thing that the VA did for us, right? COVID forbearance. We have a bunch of veterans out there who, in the case of applying for and being approved for a COVID forbearance, we're supposed to have the remainder or the skipped payments added to the end of their loan, but the VA pulled the plug on that and then forced the hands of the lenders to then recoup the money from the veteran in order to bring their home current. These are horrific situations, not to mention all the IT problems within the VA that need to be straightened out. So to me, this is a good thing. The VA Secretary is out. He will be out at the end of this administration, regardless of who wins the election. The secretary is out, and so we will be seeing a new secretary. And I will tell you that if we're not loud about it on getting somebody who is a veteran and somebody capable, we're going to run into more issues as we move forward. So with that, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.